Hello and welcome to Journey to Lasting Love, the podcast. I am your host, Tina Shayani, and the head coach at T-Shay Coaching. If you are looking to attract a loving partner to build a relationship with that gets better with time, if you are looking to deepen your current relationship, or you just want to live a happier life, you are in the right place. Every week we will discuss a new topic that will bring you understanding, clarity, and the tools to become the best version of yourself, the happiest version of yourself. Good morning and welcome to Journey to Lasting Love. I am so happy to welcome you here with me today. As you know, my name is Tina Shayani. I am the founder of this group as well as the head coach at T-Shay Coaching, where we help people attract and build lasting, loving relationships. I meet with you every week, usually on Wednesdays at 11 o'clock, and every week we discuss something different, another way to make life better, not just build relationships, but to live a better life, to live a happier life, because that is also the goal of a relationship. Why do we want to have relationships? Because we want to be happy. We want to fill our lives with joy. If you know someone that would benefit from this content, invite them to the page or to the group. There's always something happening here. If you are ready to fast track your life and go from where you are to the place that you dream of being, let me know. I do have a few spots for one-to-one coaching that I offer. Right now, I have some openings, so let me know. Let's jump right into this week's topic. What is this week's topic? How to make the right decision every time. And I want to say to you, that is a big statement. How can I never make a mistake? How could I make the right decision every time? Because so many of us, in so many instances, whether it's a small decision of, should I buy these shoes? What should I make for dinner? Or the really, really big decisions of, is this the person for me? We agonize even over the smallest decisions and we make ourselves crazy. We think about it much longer than is necessary. And I want to say yes, even for those big, important decisions. You said, well, I need to think about it. And I am very guilty of this myself. And this is something that I am learning, and I'm learning the importance of. So what happens? We are so nervous about making a mistake. We are so scared of not being perfect, of making the wrong decision. And what happens is that we agonize, we think, we turn it over. We think maybe this, maybe that. We interview every human being that we've ever met in our lives to get a consensus of, what do you think? Well, what do you think? And we create mental exhaustion for ourselves. We wear ourselves out trying to make this decision. So that's number one. And then as we are agonizing, and then it becomes an energy drain. It drains all of our energy trying to make this perfect decision. So that's problem number one with this thinking and analyzing and creating this misery for ourselves. The other thing that happens is very often while we're thinking, we lose the opportunity to actually choose, and then it just happens to us. The longer we wait, the more choices are eliminated. And then whatever is left becomes our choice. So instead of us actively making the decision, the world or the universe makes the choice for us instead of us being an active participant. And that is also not something that we want. Then we have set up ourselves to be someone that things just happen to instead of the person making the choices. And what happens then? That is the wrong choice. allowing things to happen to you is the only way that you can make a wrong choice, because then you are not choosing anymore. And this happens a lot because it's a psychological defense that I didn't choose. This thing happened to me. And then we see ourselves as the victim of circumstance. And what is the advantage of being a victim? Why do we sometimes set ourselves up to be in that victim role? Because a victim has no responsibility. You cannot blame a victim because they didn't do anything. So in this way of allowing life to just happen to us, we shrink away from responsibility. Then we can not take responsibility for our actions. But the truth is, even though we're hiding behind this, the truth is that even not choosing and allowing things to happen is a choice, but it is a choice that takes away your power. So now I want to invite you to make those decisions for yourself. Instead of agonizing, say, you know what? I am going to choose. And once that decision is made, don't change it. Be committed to the decision that you made. And that is really, really hard to do. Whether it is the pair of shoes, or to stay with someone, or to not stay with someone. Make a decision and stick to it. When you buy the shoes, throw away the receipt. Then there's nothing else to think about, and you can use that thought energy towards living your life better, towards things that now you have new choices to make. So if you are with someone and you decide to be exclusive, make that decision. Don't constantly be making the decision, and then do everything you can to make that relationship the best possible relationship that it can possibly be. If you do go through the process and at the analysis and decide that this person that I'm with currently, even though I really like them, and maybe even you love this person, is not going to fit into the future that I dream of. This is not a person that I can build my future with. And we fall into this trap of, but I love him. That's okay. You can love someone who is not the right fit for you, and be willing to make that decision and stick to that decision. Once that decision is made, you go no contact and you begin to build your life forward instead of stuck in the place of indecision. So really, the only wrong decision is when you don't make a decision. Once you decide, you have put yourself forward. Nothing is a guarantee to be perfect. In fact, nothing will ever be perfect. No decision that you ever make today, tomorrow, ever will ever be the perfect decision. There is no guarantee in life, but creating that forward moving momentum will give you a better life, because now you're no longer sitting and analyzing and agonizing, but you are taking action and moving your life forward. And this will propel you. And even if the choice that you made was not the optimal choice, until you make that decision, you will not know whether it's the best choice or not the right choice. Until you do it, until you begin, you don't know what's the best choice. So the best choice is to begin moving forward, and no decision lasts forever. You may decide to do something, and as you begin and as you start to act based on that decision, you may see that, oh, this is not the optimal thing. Well, then from that place of knowledge, from that place of understanding that maybe this wasn't all it was cracked up to be, you can start to make tweaks. You can start to make adjustments. So you're not being imprisoned by the decision that you made, but it is pushing you forward. Let's say, for example, that you made a decision to be with someone, and now you've decided to be in a committed relationship and things start to go south. It's not what you expected, whatever the reason is, and then you see things a little bit differently than you did a month ago or 2 months ago, or however long the time period is that you are together. Now, you are not imprisoned by that decision. You can say, okay, now that I have made the decision and started to move forward, I have gathered more information, and now I can reassess. Not from a place of like, should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I, what about this, what about that? But like, does this person that I know now, after further getting to know them, is this person the best fit for my future? Is this person the person that I can build a life with? Is this the person that I want to do everything with? And from that place, you can make better decisions than from the place at the beginning when you had less information. The other thing I want to say to you, if you decide, and this is a decision that has to be made, you have to decide what it is that you want for your life. Do you want marriage to be a part of your future? Is this your priority? And if the answer to this question is yes, the time to start taking action is right now. Not tomorrow, not next week, but right now. What can you do right now in this very moment, no matter how small, to begin to propel yourself towards that goal? First, you have to say that this is my priority, and I'm not going to let anything stand in my way. Because what happens more often than I can even count is someone will say, well, I went on the apps and I didn't see anybody that I liked. I went on a date and it was a disaster. I want to say to you, so what? So what? So one person didn't work out. One swiping session didn't turn into anything. So what? It doesn't mean that you should give up. If you have decided that you want to find someone to share your life with, keep moving forward. And you may go out with someone and you decide to be with him, and then it turns out not to lead to marriage. That is not a failure. That is an experience that you needed. Nothing is a failure. The only way that you can fail is if you take no action. No action is guaranteed to lead you to nothing. But if you take action, if you start taking the steps, no matter how small, but you have to keep moving forward. You start right now with a small step. Today's small step leads tomorrow to a bigger step. But be sure that you are making those decisions that are moving you forward towards your goal. You can't just do one thing and then give up. It's going to take more than that. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some patience. It's going to take some being kicked in the head. And that's okay, because we are moving forward. The only wrong decision is to not move forward. When you decide to do something, any action is a right decision. Any action is good. The only thing that will hold you back from realizing your goals is inaction. And we've all done it. We all do it for even the small things. So what happens? I want to decide what I'm going to have for dinner. The longer I agonize over it, the store is going to close. I can't get delivery of whatever it is that I need to make it, all of a sudden it gets late and I spent so much of my precious, valuable time thinking about something stupid. Make a decision, do it, and be done. And it doesn't have to be perfect. We need to let go of this idea of choosing the perfect thing. We need to understand once and for all that perfection is a false idea. It does not exist. There is no such thing as perfect. And even when you think that somebody else has a perfect situation or a perfect spouse or whatever, don't be fooled. Nothing is perfect. And we sit around and we think, if only this, if I had this, everything would be perfect. It doesn't work that way. That is a fallacy. The best that we can do is to begin to move forward. Begin to move forward so that today is better than yesterday. And every day we improve a little bit. If we work on being happier, if we work on looking for those opportunities to meet people, if we work on putting ourselves out there and being okay with going out with someone who's not the one, most of them will not be, and that is okay. And once we understand that, everything can be different. Now, that being said, your choice of life partner, and we've said this before, is the single most important decision that you will ever make in your life, because this one person that you choose is going to affect everything in your life. So yes, we need to be choosy. And when I say that, I mean, you don't stay with someone because they are available and you are afraid of, what if I don't find somebody else? We don't stay with someone out of fear. We stay with someone because we think that they are amazing and that they are going to make our life better. And because they fit into our dream, vision, future. And I'm not, again, not perfection, but is this someone who is going to be a partner with me to make me better, that we can build a better life together? Are we better together than we are separately? Or is this person going to be a boulder that I need to drag around for the rest of my life? So these are all things to think about and things to consider. But as far as making the right decision, I want to say to you, the only wrong decision is when we don't choose. Inaction is a killer of life. So I want to say to you, make a decision and start moving forward. Make a decision and don't look back. Create forward moving momentum for yourself. And then when you are already moving, when an opportunity comes your way, one, more opportunities will come your way. And two, you will be able to recognize those opportunities and you will be able to bring them into your life. Life will no longer be happening to you when you are the decision maker. I want you to be the decision maker and the creator, or at least the co-creator of your own life. No more being passive and allowing things to just happen to you. We are not victims here. By being the active decision maker, you are in the power position and you can create any life that you want. You have the power to do it. So let's do it. Let's not be victims. Let's not let life happen to us. Let's grab it and let's live it and let's do it on purpose. I hope that this is inspiring to you. I hope that this pushes you to make that one decision today, to take that first step and to create momentum so that your life moves forward. Thank you so much for watching. And I really and truly love when you guys DM me and tell me things about yourselves and ask questions. That is what I love about this job. So keep them coming, and I will see you next week. Take care. Thank you for joining today's episode of Journey to Lasting Love. If you felt a connection with what we shared here today, visit tshaycoaching.com for resources, blogs, and coaching options custom designed to take you from where you are to the place you dream of being. Join our Facebook group to connect with others or find inspiration on YouTube and Instagram. If you're ready for a personalized touch, you can book a call with me directly on the website to see what this is all about. Until next time, be kind to yourself and keep moving forward on your path to lasting love.